What's up, guys? It's Flash back with some more charts and another video, and today we're going to look at some oil plays. If you've watched a couple of my videos, you know that I'm kind of looking and scouting for plays that are very early on in their bull market, rather than these, high cap, Magnificent Seven stocks that kind of look like they're more likely at an end of a bull market or they're at a topping phase rather than just getting started. So I've looked at some uranium plays, which I really like. You can see in my other video. And then today I'm going to go through some, oil futures and some ideas around oil and, inflation, I think, is playing a role in this market. So just kicking things off with the oil futures, you can kind of see that we've broken out of this base here and we're retesting and kind of just finding support, looking for our next leg up. I do think there's another leg coming, and a lot of that is kind of evidenced in some of these charts. So if we look at XOP, which is, Oil and Gas Explorers ETF, this looks like, shoulder, head, shoulder. You throw a target on this. This is in log. I don't know if we'll get up to $1,000, but I mean, this thing can go with oil. So really like what I'm seeing here. We're kind of just consolidating bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. If we want to throw a little trend line on here from the bottom, at some sort of angle, we could kind of grab this and project that out. So just like uranium, looks like it's kind of gonna keep going up until the late 2020s, into the 2030s maybe. I think oil might be able to do the same if this continues to play out as I'm seeing it. Over to OIH, Oil Services ETF, and this is kind of similar. Doesn't necessarily have that strong head and shoulders pattern, but it's kind of found this little trend here. Again, if we want to maybe say there's a head and shoulders here, again, there's a target up here of 1730, which again is astronomical, but that would kind of more or less revisit these highs here, right? So again, playing the long game. These are long-term charts, but looks like we're bouncing right on this trend line, which is nice. We can also, I'm gonna go back to XOP and pull up some of these indicators that I sometimes will look at. The red line here is XOP versus SPX or SPY, and then the green line here is XOP versus gold. So if we want to pull this up just a little bit, I'll just full size it here. We look like we're kind of breaking out. We will eventually break out versus SPX. I would say if this breaks out, that's a great sign for the oil plays. And then if we can kind of revisit 0.05 here and then even break out of that, that's when I really think a bull market would be in full force. Again, trying to revisit 0.15 of SPX. So if we think SPX is at 5,000 today. 5,000 times 0.15, that gets you to 750 at the ratio. And if we back out, that's up here. That's right up in here. So possible would go along with this head and shoulders target. I'm not sure, but also looking at it versus gold again. Nice little breakout line here. Just kind of waiting, consolidating. The moving average is catching it a little bit. So we'll see. Moving into PSCE, which is the small cap energy ETF. This one looks really good too. I mean, this all looks like it's about to just pop. This one looks really good, but we're at what, $51 today. If we revisit the highs, we're back at 270. That is about a 425% move. So again, not financial advice. These are just fun for me to look at, but kind of looks like it already broke out. We're back testing at one more horizontal breakout line. Again, for the remainder of the 2020s, I feel like these will do well. And now into some individual stocks, which I've been looking at. I've been charting. Let's look at PBR. This is a play out of Brazil, and I mean, look at this bull. Whether this bull is legit or not. I have this green. If we put the moving average on, the 3-year moving average, this green line is kind of that projection. I took this fractal right here, copied it over, and yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's going up with it right now. So maybe it breaks out, we get a retest, and we keep going higher if oil breaks out. So this one though uniquely has right now it's a 16% dividend. So I don't know if that'll stay or not, but imagine, parking some cash here, getting a dividend, riding it up, collecting dividends along the way, and not a bad idea. Go over to Crew Energy CR, and I was just looking at this. Let's take the moving average off. Clear breakout, consolidation. Maybe we could put a breakout line here. Something like that. Maybe if we want to just make it straight. Again, revisit the highs, 430 to 2030. Price wise, not bad. I was also looking at this without the log scale. That really looks like a juicy head and shoulders. I mean, clear bottoming pattern right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Again, just looks like it wants to make a run. If we go over to Obsidian Energy, we'll go back onto the log scale. Whew, I mean, this is just consolidating right underneath this breakout line. And, I know oil almost pretty much went negative in 2020, but, if that happens, this happens again, which, far-fetched, I know, but again, we're here to do some charts and have fun while doing it and thinking about the possibilities. And then last but not least, let's look at SM Energies, another one I've kind of stumbled upon. Larger time frame if we go out to the quarterly. Another one that could make a run. So thought I'd share these. I think there's a lot more. Feel free to comment some other oil plays that you might be looking at, and I can add them to this list. But the cool thing about these oil plays is some of them just have massive dividends, like PBR, 16% dividend. That could fluctuate, but another one I forgot to add was MPLX. This one has a good dividend too. Got to add this to my list here. But if we pull this up, 8% dividend. So that's a little bit more realistic. I think they're a little bit more consistent in their dividends, but so it's kind of a funky looking chart, but shoulder, head, shoulder, maybe. It already looks like it's broken out. So if we want to go from $40 to 83, quick double. I mean, not so quick, but you never know. So I'm going to add this to the list. Again, feel free to comment maybe some other ones you have your eyes on, and then I'll chart them as well. If you like this, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.